you have it, the world's greatest grilled cheese. Look at that. Dipped in tomato soup, and that is so good. Just look at that. That's good. Welcome to Sourdough Made Easy. We're here to unabashedly break all of the rules of sourdough bread making in order to prove to you that sourdough doesn't need to be hard. Please like and share this video and subscribe for more easy sourdough tips. In order to make the world's greatest grilled cheese, you need to start with a fresh made sourdough bread. In this time lapse, you're watching as I form, score, and bake 3 loaves of super easy 10-minute sourdough made easy bread. This particular batch is a 36% whole wheat recipe. Our 10-minute sourdough made easy method can be accomplished with less than 10 minutes of actual work, start to finish. You'll start with a cold, flat, hungry starter straight from the fridge. No, really, we never feed our starter ahead of time and worry about whether he's active enough to bake with, and we never discard because we don't pointlessly feed like everyone else does. Next, we mix all of our ingredients together till the flour is wet, and then we go to bed. You help him with the bread?
I don't forget to eat.
Really, no kneading, and definitely never do any stretching and folding for hours on end. Then, we form the loaves between 12 to 18 hours later and proof for 60 to 90 minutes, and then score them and bake them starting out, as you can see, with cold Dutch ovens and a cold oven. This is by far the easiest process you'll find for baking sourdough bread at home. Make sure to check out the 10-minute sourdough made easy method video linked above for the full process, and I'll also link it at the end of this video. So, the most important ingredient to make the greatest grilled cheese ever has got to be fresh baked bread. Clearly you can make grilled cheese with any kind of bread, but there is something about fresh baked sourdough bread that makes the absolute best grilled cheese ever. So we're going to jump right into it and show you how to take this 10-minute super easy sourdough made easy recipe bread. I'll put a link at the end of the video for you to watch the full process for how to make this bread. You just saw a couple of clips of me forming and scoring and baking the bread earlier. You can make this entire bread in under 10 minutes of actual work, long ferment, delicious sourdough bread. Now we're going to chop this thing up and turn it into grilled cheese. The most important ingredient is the bread, of course, sliced. But of course, before we start that, we need to start the soup. When I say soup, what does that have to do with grilled cheese? Well, you've got to have something to dip it in. Like that, it's a given in our family. Yep. It's grilled cheese and tomato soup. And the tomato soup, if it's done right, starts with an onion, finely chopped. Sauteed to bring out the flavor, and a healthy, very healthy amount of butter. And while that onion is grilling, you go ahead and cut up whatever your favorite cheese is. Clearly, if you get a nice aged cheddar or some other type of cheese that you like, whatever your favorite cheese is, the cheese, I believe, is less important than, of course, the delicious home-baked fresh bread. But start with some cheese. We like cheddar in our house, so cheddar sliced. All right, now when the onions have started to brown, like you see here, then you add a couple tablespoons of minced garlic, which clearly fresh minced garlic would be better. We're just using some easy store-bought stuff. Mix it up. Both the onions and the garlic have a lot of flavor that comes out when you grill them. That's why we're doing that. And then let that garlic grill up for a minute. And then you add a can of diced tomatoes. And you're going to grill the tomatoes up. Get the flavor all incorporated with the onions. Let that cook for a minute, and then we're going to add the tomato sauce. And once this all gets a little bit incorporated, we're going to add our seasonings. Turn the heat down a little bit so that it can just simmer. All right, that's been simmering nice for a few minutes. You can see there, we're going to add our seasonings. And we're going to start with some Himalayan pink sea salt. Good healthy teaspoon of that. A little bit extra. Add some good flavor. And then I love to add a little garlic seasoning. A little bit of paprika. A smoky flavor. And some onion powder. Those are like pretty much my go-to seasonings in this house. Stir that up good.
Oh, we're all good.
All of this is going to go in the blender. Okay, now. All right, blended. Now we're going to put it back in the pot to simmer a little bit while we make the grilled cheese. So you see we've got the tomato soup is simmering, starting to get warm, or stay warm rather. It was already warm before we put it in the blender. And now we're going to show you how to make the best grilled cheese with our best bread. Got the bread and the cheese sliced up here and ready to go. And it's a pretty simple process where you butter the bread first. Once you've got plenty of butter on the bread, you're going to want to sprinkle some garlic powder on it. So it's like garlic bread on the outside. And then lots of cheese. I don't know about you, but I like a really gooey, where the cheese just falls out of the bread. So we put a healthy amount of cheese on the bread. And then, of course, you butter the other side. Throw that piece on top there. Garlic this side. And then it's just a matter of time. At this point, we're going to time lapse this cooking. And then once the butter has all started to melt, we actually add a layer of Parmesan on the outside, and it gets nice and crispy and crusty on the outside. So we'll take you there.
See that?
Once you got it flipped over, nice layer of Parmesan cheese onto it. Crust up the Parmesan on that side before we add it. This side. You don't want the Parmesan will burn. You don't want it to be on there too long. See that nice crust of Parmesan on there. All right, there you have it. The world's greatest grilled cheese. Look at that. Dipped in the spaghetti or tomato soup, and that is so good. Just look at that. That's good. I'm gonna go hand this off to my wife, and we'll catch you on the next video.
We hope you've enjoyed our Sourdough Made Easy video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to get more easy sourdough tips. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when we post our next videos. And check out sourdoughmadeeasy.com for tons of easy, no autolyze, no levain, no knead, no stretch and fold, no babysitting your bread for hours on end recipes. And while you're there, pick up a free 93-year-old sourdough starter. Thanks, and we'll see you on our next video.